Hello, we are Cogent Designs, which consists of Jake Grubbs, Devyn Helmsin, Devany Noblit, and James Webb. Along with our mentors from Feature 23, Jason Dean and Nick Campanini, we have teamed up to help Yoga for Change. Yoga for Change is a local nonprofit based out of Atlantic Beach that works to achieve meaningful change for veterans, incarcerated individuals, at-hope youth, and those recovering from substance abuse. They provide a purpose-driven yoga program that enables healing and empowerment to those underserved populations, creating healthier and safer communities, one class at a time. After sitting down with our client, we gathered our requirements and set the project goals, which were: 1. Effectively help users find relevant information by directing them to the proper landing page. 2. Collect demographic data from visitors for marketing purposes. And 3, create an admin console that allows the Yoga for Change admins to add, edit, and delete questions. The technology we used is as follows: Balsamiq for our wireframes, Slack for our intergroup communication, Visual Studio for our programming, which was done with .NET using MVC architecture, and Microsoft Azure to host our site. Cogent Designs has been working with Yoga for Change the last 2 semesters to build a visitor engagement data system, which is used to track individuals coming to Yoga for Change's website and to categorize their interest of involvement in the organization, whether they're a volunteer, a teacher, a student or alumni, or a donor. We built a question-based engagement survey to direct website visitors to relevant information located on the Yoga for Change website. The answers from these answered survey questions are stored in an Azure database, and admins have a page on our Azure hosted website to edit questions, change survey flow, and display collected data, which they can then generate reports on. All gathered data will be used by Yoga for Change to better meet the needs of online visitors and understand who is interacting with their website for marketing purposes. We'll now switch to a quick demo of our presentation.
So here you can see the admin console of our website. This includes survey management, reporting, and account management. Everything an admin can do is located in these tiles. So that includes editing questions in the survey flow, viewing all of the reports generated by visitors answering questions, and also creating and managing accounts for other people within the company. First, we're going to jump into edit questions and survey flow. Here you can see the survey flow. This is a way to visualize what the survey looks like without having to go through it every time they want to update or change something on it. The questions are ordered into different categories. We have teaching, practice, other, none, and default. Teaching, practice, and other are our main 3 categories that visitors will first be sorted into. The none category is for a question that does not yet have a category, and that's why it's displayed in red. And the default questions are general demographic questions, which will be asked to all branches of the survey. If we look at a single question, we can see a plus sign next to it. And if we open that up, we can see all of the choices associated with that question. These choices can be reordered as the admin would like, as well as the questions being able to be reordered within the survey as the admin would like. If we go ahead and click on a question, we are taken to that question's management page.
So the fields on this page tie into the survey flow on the previous page. Like the question number is just involved in the displaying of the question, where it appears in the survey. And any admin can go and change any of these values. They can choose the type of question. It can be radio, text, or checkbox. They have the actual question itself. And if they pick an option with multiple choices, they can press the plus next to that to add more choices, and they can also remove choices as needed by pressing the red minus. There's also the weight, which is involved in question redirection, and the category beneath that is useful for sorting the questions as well. Any changes made within this form will have a confirmation box. So if they want to make changes, I'll just double check with them that yes, they do want to make these changes, but they can also choose to cancel that, and then I'll just discard all their changes. Should they want a question removed from their survey for whatever reason, they can also archive. Also with the confirmation box, just to make sure that no one does anything accidentally. And also within here, we have the create function, which is very similar to the edit, just with a blank field instead. And now I'll hand off to James, and I'll talk a little bit about how the redirection works for our survey.
So starting off the engagement survey, we can actually see the home page, which the visitors will be routed to is here, along with the 3 branches that Devyn mentioned. So if we were to take a look at teach, we can actually see default questions loaded in at the very beginning here, and then the branch specific questions loaded in at the end based on the question number. Within here, we can see this last one's actually going to be our weighted question, which will handle how the user is going to be routed. So once they actually click submit, there's a calculated value for each user, and that value will be a yes or no. So if we were to take a look at the page for that, we can see based on the category that we have sorted here within the teach branch, we have a yes or no. Yes is actually going to redirect you to the teacher specific page, while the no will take you to the donate page. All of these values are editable and can be done by clicking on the edit button. From here, if the URL changes for a landing page, that can be updated, or if you need to change the actual branch that it's going to be applied under, you can do that here as well. If you're curious about the answers from the engagement survey, we actually have a reporting feature, which Devany will talk about.
As you can see in the reporting feature, the admin will be able to look at the text, the answer, the user type, and when the question was submitted. They have a little searching capability that they can narrow down their fields, and they can look at specific pieces of information. And when they're ready to generate the report based on what information they're looking for, they can either download an Excel document or they can print a generated report. And as you can see with that, it actually has additional information compared to what they're seeing on the preview when they're kind of filtering the information. The report will give them additional information if they're needing to delve a little bit deeper into that. If you switch back to the PowerPoint, the overall lessons learned that we kind of got from this entire project is we learned about scope and client expectation management, version control and cooperative code pairing, integration with existing client software and hardware, and importance of community involvement. We as a team are incredibly grateful for the opportunity and growth that we've learned from this, as well as how to work together and with different groups. And we're just very happy that we were able to do this for Yoga for Change to help better the community. Thank you.